Wanted to make a short video on my modified Johnson Su bioreactor composting setup. There are 4 bins, each at a different stage of composting. This bin here is been composting the longest. As one can note, most of the material has been settled. That's a sign that it's gone through some composting. The next longest one is this bigger bin. And then the newest one is this bin here. As you can see, it's filled to the top. And as time progresses and things compost, it will settle down. Things will settle and eventually, settle about 1/4 of the height as this one is. Here's a little setup of how the bioreactor is constructed. It sits on a pallet with some welded mesh fabric, and then there's some bigger welded mesh fabric to contain the composting materials. The outer rim is about 3 feet. The inner rim or inner circle is about 1 foot. So there's a 1 foot spacing roughly between for composting materials. The reason why it's sitting on a pallet is for airflow to go through the bottom and up through the compost and up through the center well to speed composting. Since these bioreactors are sitting on wood pallets, they also degrade over the time, through the natural composting process. They usually last at least 2 cycles or so. This is what's left of the last pallet. As you can see, it's pretty much decomposed. You want pallets there to be relatively new and sturdy to support the weight of the composting material. To harvest the compost from the bioreactor, I just shovel the compost into this screening system that I built, and I either shake the screening system or just use my hands to run it over the mesh and into the wheelbarrow. And when the wheelbarrow filled, I put it into this yard landscaping bag. The bag is 1 cubic yard, and that's about half full, a little over half full. And that was from this harvesting of this bin. I was there before. As you can see, the compost material is very nice. And after the sifting, there's some material left over. Here's a sample of what's left over. I either put this back to compost or I use it as a mulch around plants. The next part of this video, I'll describe how I get the setup going for putting material into the bioreactor for composting. Before I start layering the reactor, I place sticks at the bottom to help assist in airflow. Starting off with big sticks at the bottom and smaller sticks as you go up, and then I'll start layering it with leaves and grass and food scraps, etc., etc. You can tell how things are. To help assist, I staple down things to the pallet so things don't move around. It's annoying if it moves around, so to alleviate that, I'd staple it down. Next step after this is to add leaves, grass clippings, etc.